So welcome back. Kelly Donahue Piro here with Agency Performance Partners and our next video blog on these proactive renewal calls. So if you've been following along, you know how to do them, you know how to prep for them. We haven't given you all the secret sauce because that's only for our clients. But one of the things I do want to talk about that we get all the time, when we launch this with agencies, and if you're going to do this independently on your own, I want you to be prepared for one thing, which is what I call bitter beer face. If you tell your team about these calls and this is what you get, it's okay. It happens to me all the time. I'm very much immune to it at this point. What really is going on in people's heads is two things. One, we don't have time for this. Two, this is definitely going to lead to more remarketing because we're waking the sleeping giant. We're not waking a sleeping giant. That giant is getting hit with advertisement after direct mail piece, after email, after TV commercial with all of your competitors. They are waking the sleeping giant, not us. By us contacting them, we're providing them a convenient opportunity to continue doing business with us, which is what everybody wants. But how do we blast through that? Well, the first thing is that we track the remarketing hit ratios like little ninjas. I am obsessed with it because I want to prove to everybody 110% that under no uncertain circumstances, it actually drives down remarketing. Because when we get to them, we can explain what's going on and have options. When they call us a little spicy, we got nothing. We got to really tap dance around and hope for the best. Now, the other part about it is that the hit ratio on remarketing goes up. So when we track remarketing, oftentimes we see maybe like a 25-30% hit ratio on remarketing. So if you do 10, you move 3. Well, that's a lot of time wasted all of a sudden. We can convert that time into account rounding. We can convert that time into increases. We're in a much better situation. But if we're just remarketing like hamsters on a wheel, we're going to do our next one all on remarketing. You're going to see such a big increase, such a big difference. Now, the key to all of it is, though, is that this does reduce remarketing. Unless you're going through a really crazy time, like you've got to do a book roll. That's all. I can't help that. If you're going through a situation where the biggest carrier is taking the biggest rate increases, we may have to do something different. But pretty much statistically, the remarketing goes down, which is a benefit to the independent agent. So I really want you to think about this. The other half of this is time, right? Time. How do we fit it in? Well, we also see, too, that this is what happens to call volume. No one's making proactive calls. It's crazy. It's chaotic. When you start getting proactive, the call volume drops because you're getting out to somebody ahead of time in a much calmer environment. So you actually see more time, more space. Now, you are doing more endorsements, cleaning up accounts, no doubt. However, the reduction in time is worth it. So there's 2 major benefits, right? 1, more time. 2, less remarkets, which again drives into more time. We're going to spend our next video blog all on how this reduces remarketing. And what I'm going to do is actually have a guest vlogger. I've got to get used to saying video blog. I'm going to try to convince one of our clients I'm going to see to hop on the video blog with me. And I think it's going to be outstanding. So catch up with us next time where he can tell you all the stories about how his team really has survived and thrived on the program. We'll get a live video testimonial, which will be outstanding. All right. Well, thanks for participating here today. Remember, when you get it's okay. We have to blast through it. The first 60 days are the hardest. And check us out. If you have any questions on how to do this, we've got tons of free resources. But if you need an extra set of hands, we're your people. We'll see you next week.